Guys, we have to talk about Ret Paladin and Dragonflight. Blizzard just announced that the release date for Dragonflight is in late November, which means pre-patch is coming out very soon. To be clear, Ret Paladin is definitely playable in its current state. It's not going to go live and be totally terrible. The sky is not falling.
Run for your lives! Everyone run for cover!
Blizzard has shown that they have a deeply flawed viewpoint on the spec, and in this video I'm going to show you why it's so flawed and what you can do to fix the spec. Stick around to the end of the video and you can see ways to support the channel so we can continue to make content throughout Dragonflight. One of our biggest frustrations throughout the development cycle is that Paladin and Ret specifically has gotten very little attention compared to other classes. On the Paladin feedback thread, there have been over 700 posts by players in the last 3 weeks, with 0 posts by developers. Let's take a look at the Warrior patch notes and see how they're doing. Now let's see the Paladin changes. See how I had to speed up the Warrior scroll because there are so many updates? They even explained each change. Isn't that crazy? Before we get too far into this, I want to take a moment to talk about a few things that are positive about the Paladin talent tree. Red now has access to Divine Protection, our Shadowlands tier set bonuses, every talent we currently have available, almost every legendary effect from Shadowlands, including the fan favorite Final Verdict, the return of Exorcism, and almost every conduit from Shadowlands. And while all that sounds great, you might be asking yourself, but Verabin, where's the new stuff? You mean we're basically getting all of our talents and conduits and legendaries and they're just all kind of being mushed together into one talent tree? That is unfortunately the state of the Ret Paladin talent tree in Dragonflight. And therein lies the problem. Everything new in Dragonflight seems to either buff Consecration, provide flat stat increases, or some kind of RNG component such as Boundless Judgment and Seal of the Crusader, none of which are particularly fun or interesting gameplay. Consecration is inherently a flawed ability that Blizzard seems to think is iconic to Paladin, and thus we need to tie several talents to it, buffing its paltry damage and ignoring the logistics of actually using it. Here's how I would fix Consecration. Number 1, make it spammable in PvE, but give it a significant mana cost, similar to Flash of Light, maybe something like 25% of our total mana. In PvP, keep the cooldown where it is today. We keep all of our existing talents that buff Consecration, including the PvP talents. Now we can freely move Consecration when a boss has to reposition, or in Mythic Plus where the moving around is very normal. It gives us a little bit of mob control in PvE as well through the talent Consecrated Ground. I won't go into too much detail on the flat stat increases. Every class gets these, but when half of our new talents are like this, it just shows how little effort Blizzard really has put into the Ret Paladin talent tree. As far as the RNG talents go, if you've tried Ret Paladin in beta, you'll know we're back to this whack-a-mole playstyle. And this is turned up to 11 in Dragonflight if you take all of the RNG-based talents like Empyrean Power, Divine Purpose, Consecrated Blade, Art of War, Templar's Vindication, Boundless Judgment, Ashes to Ashes, Seal of the Crusader, and probably some others I'm forgetting because there are so many of them. What I would do to fix the RNG is to increase the percentages significantly, but decrease the effectiveness of the resulting ability. As in, give Empyrean Power a 50% chance to proc, but the free Divine Storm is only 75% effectiveness. I don't know how those numbers exactly play out, but something like that. We could also increase the Art of War proc chance right back to where it was. I don't know why it was recently nerfed, but the resulting Blade of Justice maybe doesn't have a bonus to damage. It's just a normal Blade of Justice. I think changes like this would make it feel more smooth to play because right now we have a choice between a more Judgment, Divine Toll, Sealed Verdict kind of gameplay like in this clip, the insane RNG light show that is in this clip. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to pick the spec that keeps me GCD locked rather than a slower spec, even if it gives me slightly less DPS. I want to have more buttons to press. I want more meaningful choices and what ability to use next. That's going to not only give us a higher skill cap for the spec, but it's also going to just be more enjoyable to play to have buttons to press. It makes the rotation more consistent and it opens up more options for talent builds. As in, if I know I will get an Empyrean Power procs more consistently, I might be able to drop Improved Crusader Strike to take something else. But when the procs are such a low chance, we need to take them all, or we're going to end up having empty GCDs, just like in older expansions like TBC. Ret Paladin is not beyond saving in Dragonflight. With a few changes to some key abilities like Consecration, the placement of a few talents, we can definitely be in a good spot going into Dragonflight. Keep up all the feedback that's been given in the forums. Make sure to hodge that like button and subscribe for more Ret Paladin content. And you can see in the description of the video, you can see some ways to support the channel. There's things like you can open up a Weeble account and get some free stocks if you're interested in stock trading. There's an Amazon affiliate link that you can use to just buy anything you want on Amazon, and it'll get a small affiliate commission back to the channel. Or you can buy one of the merch down and below. We got hoodies and t-shirts, stuff like that. So not required, obviously. All right, take care, guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.